Ciao ragazzi, my name is Anthony. Welcome back to InterWorldwide special edition settings, man. It's been a while since I've had a guest on from anywhere that's not like Uncle Shama or Mo or somebody. But honestly, it's a pleasure to be back, and it's a pleasure to be here to welcome Josh from his YouTube channel, True Gooner, and all the way from North London. Welcome from Enemy Lines, man. It's an absolute pleasure to have you, cuz.
Nah, thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. Really appreciate you, letting me on the channel today. Obviously, big game up coming up on Wednesday. Really looking forward to it, man. And yeah, it should be a good one. So appreciate the invite, man. Thank you.
All good, man. All good. And guys, just make sure you click the link to Josh's channel. It's right in the title. It's very easy to do. Hover over it, click it, and subscribe to his channel right away. Check out the latest piece of content that he's done that has yours truly in it and everything prior and post going forward. But let's look forward to this fixture. The last time we played each other, it was historical. We went to Highbury and kicked your ass 3-0, and then you came to the San Siro and wiped your ass with us even worse, 5-1. From what I recall, you weren't around when that fixture was around. But other than that, tell the channel and tell people, how did you become an Arsenal fan, and what's your experiences as an Arsenal fan, and how do you feel sitting here today in a Champions League fixture against Inter? What are your thoughts about us, your perceptions of us?
Yeah.
How do you, as an Arsenal fan of your generation, see Inter?
Yeah, very good questions. So yeah, I'll start with the first one. Obviously, I was born in '07, guys, so I'm 17. I've never actually seen Arsenal win, that Premier League title yet. I've only seen us win a few FA Cups. But of course, it came from my family, really. My dad's, his side, granddad's, made me, just from family, really made me support Arsenal. There was actually, my dad used to tell me funny story that he was very close to becoming a Spurs fan. Imagine me being a Spurs fan, guys. That would be peak. I can't even lie. But no, yeah. Thankfully, he joins Arsenal, and ever since then, I've sort of followed suit. And I went to my first game, 2012. He took me. I was around 5 years old. I remember it. We played West Brom in Premier League. I think we won 3-0. Funny enough, Arteta scored in the game. Van Persie, I think. Thomas Vermaelen squad as well. So yeah, ever since then, just the rest was that. I mean, what made me really fall in love with Arsenal was one player for me, and I'm sure you remember him. Of course, he played for Inter, Alexis Sanchez. Like, that player for me was my inspiration. Like, that guy, growing up watching him, because obviously I was a bit young. I didn't see Henry, I didn't see the Bergkamps, I didn't see the Perez's. That was the player for me. Alexis Sanchez made me really fall in love with Arsenal. So yeah, I mean, just watching him week in, week out, he's what I define, in my opinion, as a world-class player, because it was him. When he was in the gutter as well, under Wenger towards the end, he was the only player who you look at and, would, especially that 2017 season, would literally every single game, week in, week out, perform. So yeah, he's definitely one of the main reasons why I, really fell in love with Arsenal. And of course, like, the history of our club, I educated myself on the league titles that we won, the Invincible, that we won as well, the amount of FA Cups, that we have. And overall, we are, the third biggest club in England. So, sort of like that. But it's just some of the experiences, obviously. As I said, I mean, I've seen my team win a few FA Cups, against Hull City 2014. 2015 against Villa, 2017 against Chelsea, the one Arteta won against Chelsea as well. So I've seen us win a few FA Cups, but it's just so frustrating for, especially like my generation of fans. We've been 20 odd years now without the league title. And for me, it's getting, too long. It's even been like 5 years without a trophy, or for 4 seasons, without actually winning anything with Arsenal. And for a club like Arsenal Football Club, it's unacceptable if we're really looking at it this way. But yeah, obviously, in terms of your next question about Inter, I think you guys are one of the biggest in Italy. I think you guys are right now a very, very top quality side. I, always associate Inter as a really elite level football club. You're going off your past as well. Some of the players you've had, some of the managers you've had in the past as well. But based on it this season, obviously you guys are the reigning champions of the Serie A. And obviously you got Champions League final against Man City a few seasons ago. But as a perspective for me, Inter are one of a top elite level clubs for me in Europe. I think the manager in Inzaghi, I rate the guy so highly. You know, he's done so much for you guys, and I think he's one of the top managers, as I said, in Europe. Some of the players that you have are just top quality, and you know, DiMarco, in terms of Bastoni, just in your back line, but the midfield of Barella, you know, Chanaloglu, and then that attack of Latoro and Thuram, it's just like, you guys are a very, very good side. And in Europe as well, you guys have already shown that you can beat these, you know, you can compete with these big other elite clubs in the past. So, yeah, I really do rate you guys highly as a team, as a collective as well. And I'm just coming into this game on Wednesday away at San Siro. It could be a long night if we're really not careful. So we've got to be on it, man. But yeah, that's a bit about why I supported Arsenal.
Yeah, nice. To be honest, I want to go through a couple of things, but I want to go through them very quickly. So, very quickly, a little bit of fire at the moment for your manager, Mikel Arteta. I'm just curious because I don't get to speak to Arsenal fans very often face to face from overseas. I know a couple in Australia, but at the end of the day, what I'm really interested in is fans overseas and what their actual perceptions are of the club. So, at the moment, what's the go with Mikel Arteta? Is all the frustration really overhyped at the moment? Do you see this guy going forward as the best manager? Try and keep it as short as possible because I've heard at least 300 different people, if Arsenal fans' opinions online. But just quickly, where do you stand on it at the moment, especially in fallout of your director, Edu, also leaving the club?
Yeah, no. So, yeah, with Arteta, for me, I'll keep it straight and simple. It's either win this season, win something, or he's got to go. It's as simple as that. Because the money that he spent over 700 million at Arsenal Football Club. He's got his own players now. It's his squad chosen by design, and now it's time to start delivering Arsenal Football Club some success. Because the thing is, these fans, you know, and everyone starts their opinion, of course. And I hear where people are coming from. He's got us back to, you know, competing stages. We was in the absolute gutter, you know, when Emery left. But slowly but surely, we've got back to competing. But it's about whether or not he can get over the line now. Because as I said, it's been 4 years without Arsenal winning nothing, you know, since his last FA Cup. And 20 years without the Premier League title. So for me, you've got to win with the money you spent. There should be no more excuses left in terms of this manager. People are going to talk about all these processes, trust the process, trust all these phases. We're only in phase 4, phase 5. Listen, all I care about is getting over the line and winning. And if you can't do that, I'm sorry to say there's no more excuses left. You have to get over the line for me. So where I'm at with Arteta is this season, he's got to start delivering me Arsenal trophies. If not, we're going to have to move him on, in my honest opinion.
That's a big list, bro, in front of me right now. That's a lot of names, and that's a lot of money spent, bro. I mean, Kai Havertz for 75. You hope for a much better product than that, obviously, with Jesus, you know, tax-free Brazilian. Thomas Partey, honestly, has his moments, but just not good enough. Califuori, a little bit too soon. Let me tell you a little bit about Califuori, man. He's a player that systematically under Thiago Motta was bound to shine in a league like Serie A, where they were able to sit deep almost as a mid-table club, but hit people on the break. They really crept up sneakily. And I hate modern football because it's very quick to put price tags on players that don't necessarily justify it. Califuori is a great player, but when you slap price tags like that on players, it's bullshit. It's absolutely horrible. And I feel for the guy because I have a feeling you guys are going to loan him straight back to Italy next season. And it's probably going to be to Juve, and that'll really give me the shits. But that's a conversation for another time. It is too soon to talk about Timber because I do rate him as a player. But overall, I can't speak from your point of view. I can speak from an outsider's point of view and think that I think he's done a good job for what he's restored you guys at, which has been competitive in the league. But your next choice has to be a good one because you've got a young, motivated manager with good ideas. And the pool isn't that deep unless you're willing to take an expensive gamble on, say, a Max Allegri, which I don't think you guys want to do. What other names are going through your clubs, are going through your fans to replace him? Or is it too soon to talk about? But it doesn't sound like it's too soon from what you're saying, bro.
No, it's a whole, with Arteta and with Arsenal fans, it's a whole sort of divide. Many fans back the guy, which I understand why. You know, he's got us back competing. I'm not taking anything away from him. That like he's got us back up there. But then there's slowly but surely, as these years are going on, where he's going without winning anything, slowly fans are starting to turn in terms of there's no more excuses left now. Now he's got to deliver. So in terms of like big names, like replacements, that's a really good point, because we have to get it spot on, you know, in terms of getting in this, if he was to ever get sacked or leave or whatever, we have to get, like, for me, an elite level manager. So, you know, some of the names out there, in my honest opinion, what I would love is a manager, if Ancelotti becomes available at Real Madrid, go and get him. Because I see him as an elite level manager. And he's at Everton before in the past. He's been in the Premier League with Everton. So, and look, you know, even Real Madrid want him, fans want him sacked after the El Clasico and all this. If he's available, go and get him. I've always loved someone like Diego Simeone. I think just his character. I think he's been at Atletico for many, many years. I think maybe he will, you know, move on. You got managers like Zinedine Zidane available. Maybe Xabi Alonso, because he's done so well at Leverkusen, invincible in his first season. Let's see how he does this season for them. You know, I would have loved Hansi Flick, but he's gone to, obviously, Barca. He's clicking with Barcelona. But yeah, I think it's important, like, that we go, if because the thing is, bro, like, the Kroenkes fully back this guy, and the Kroenkes have gave this guy a new contract extension as well, so he's not going anywhere. Yeah, the only way he's going to get sacked if Arsenal fall outside the, you know, the top four, which is, you know, most likely not going to happen. So the Kroenkes really back this guy, but I'm with it in terms of he spent a lot of money now. He's done a lot of good things to the club, but how many years are we going to go on like this where we go on and we win, you know, nothing? Because it's not even like he's won, you know, even in like these Carabao Cups, the League Cup, the FA Cup, right? We get knocked out in the early rounds every single season. If he wins me an FA Cup and Carabao Cup, for me, you've been successful. You won a trophy. Yes, it's not the be all and end all. Yes, we want the Premier League, we want Champions League, but ultimately you've gone and been successful and you won a trophy. But the thing is, he doesn't, you know, we get knocked out in these early rounds every single season, it seems like, because he wants to prioritise the Premier League, which I understand, but you've got to ultimately look at it this way. We can't keep going seasons after seasons winning nothing. So, yeah, look, I want this guy to succeed so much, yeah, but it needs to come to a point where fans need to realise maybe he's just not that, maybe he's taking us as far as he can, if that makes sense, you know? So, yeah, I think getting an elite level manager in next who can take you over that line, like, one step further, if that makes sense.
It's been a long run for this guy, man. So I forget that it's been 5 years already. It actually just seems like yesterday. It actually does only seem like yesterday, man, to be honest. And how is it, 1 or 2 FA Cups?
Just one in his first 6 months. He won it, and then that was it. Just one.
So just the one trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you got to be doing better than that, man. Because otherwise, what did you come here for? What did you complain all the years for Arsene Wenger not doing his job? If you ended up just you're trying to educate you're trying to elevate yourselves to the next level. Speaking of trophies, because this video is titled Inzaghi versus Arteta, and I'm very grateful, very grateful for Josh for coming on here. The next step for our boss is the big one. The bunny is the UCL, because he's fresh off his Scudetto. He's fresh off the biggest honor of his career after winning 2 Coppa Italias in a row with us. Missed out on it this season. Or did he win 3 Coppa Italias? Don't tell me I'm losing count now. No, it's 2. It's 2. It's 2 Coppa Italias, 3 Super Coppas, and now his Scudetto as well. Inzaghi and the boys, they want this trophy. They want this Champions League. We know that they do. But whether or not they can translate that to the pitch on the big stage is a different story. It starts with you guys. It starts with you guys, because that's the only way that we're going to assert ourselves as a big team. It's the only way that anyone is going to take us seriously, is if we beat a highly marketable team like an English side or like a high-end Spanish side, but we don't have a Real Madrid or a Barcelona in front of us, or a Dortmund or a Bayern Munich. It's Arsenal. You guys are the chosen ones. So we're Manchester City. So we're just hoping instead of 1 point, we get 3 this time. It would be huge for our image. It would be huge for us in general. We know how large your fan base is. We know how large your fan base is on social media. It's a big game for us. It's a big game for us. We're tight asses as well. We've got big financial problems. We'll squeeze every penny out of this match as possible. Welcome to the San Siro, man. Welcome to the Miazza for the first time in almost 2 decades. I hope you guys enjoy yourselves. I'm sure you will. It's a lovely stadium. It's a beautiful city. We are honestly one of the best crowds in the world. I think that we're one of the best, or if not a top 3 crowd in Italy altogether. And I think it's going to be a really good game, man. A great game. How do you think the game's going to go? And what's your prediction before we wrap up this short but very effective video?
Yeah, I mean, listen, San Siro, as you said, the hostile atmosphere. I spoke about it obviously when we did it on my channel about Arsenal's horrendous away form in Europe. It's just we just don't like going away to these places, man. You know, it's just like we go away to these places and we just struggle, man. We just completely struggle. It's like, I don't know what it is. I think maybe, yeah, people said the hostility, but the mentality as well, I think, is a big thing in Champions League. Like, you can't really take anyone lightly, especially like I've seen that over the years watching a sport in Arsenal in the Champions League, especially against these big, like yourselves, you know. If we're not on it, you know, then it could be a long night for us, I think. But listen, I think for me, just the way we've been performing, the way we've been playing recently, I am not confident going to this game. You know, against you guys, I'm gonna unfortunately go with a draw for me. I want to back my team. I want to get behind them. I want us to go there and win because as you said, big statement if you guys beat us. But in terms of Arsenal's perspective as well, if we guys go away to Inter and we beat you guys, that morale boost, that statement to the rest of Europe will be absolutely, you know, massive because how quality of a side you guys are, and with your plus, you know, going away to San Siro and getting a win like that. I'm hoping it'll be like the 5-1 like it was like 2003. That'd be nice. But now, real talk, I think I'm gonna go 1-1 draw, bro. And I think the only way we're gonna score is probably from like a set piece. So yeah, 1-1.
Yeah, thanks, man. I'm gonna have to go. I think, and very rarely do I bet optimistically. Those who follow the channel know me very well. I'm very conservative. I'll bet 1-1 and 0-0 draws in Serie A if I need to. I'm a big believer in the anti-jinx on our channel, especially. But this time around, I'm gonna have to say that the boys are gonna dig deep because you're still a side that's gonna come at us when you do have the ball. You're not going to sit everything back too conservatively, and you're definitely not going to shy away from a challenge or a press when we do have the ball. You're not Lecce. You're not Cagliari, you're definitely not Como, and you're not Bologna this season either. So you're Arsenal, and I expect you guys to come at us and expose yourselves at the same time. I don't expect us to be clinical. In fact, I don't expect us to be fantastic, but I expect us to grind this out impressively and, you know, walk off with blood, but 3 points. So 2-1 for me. Lautaro and someone from midfield, maybe Hakan. But to be honest, I would love to see Barella score. He's overdue to score a goal, and I need my favorite guy to score a goal. Other than that, man, I think we wrapped it up pretty well. It was really nice to have you on the channel. Everybody make sure you follow and subscribe Josh at True Gooner. His YouTube channel is in the description as well as the title on this video. Josh, anything you want to say and plug before we head off?
Firstly, thank you so much once again for, you know, letting me come on the channel. Fantastic channel, fantastic content you do. So yeah, make sure you keep it up, my guy. And guys, you can find me obviously, as Anthony said, True Gooner, on the road to 10k subscribers. I do daily, every single day, Arsenal content, daily live streams, all the news, everything like that. Watch-alongs, match reviews, all of this. So yeah, it's literally True Gooner everywhere on Insta, on X as well. And obviously YouTube, you guys can find me there. So yeah, listen, may the best thing win, man. Of course, for tomorrow, Wednesday night, and it's going to be hopefully a really good game.
I'm sure it will be, man. Thank you very much to Josh, and thank you very much to everybody who watches this back. Forza Inter, and we'll see you next time. Ciao.